You are the author of your life. If you don't like how it goes, then write it differently. As human beings, one of our deepest root desires is to have a meaningful life and happy existence. You've probably heard of the saying, live your best life. It's a good advice. We all want to feel connected to both ourselves and others. We want to feel that we are part of something important and that we are making a difference in the world. But many of us have no idea how to make our dreams come true. We don't know the exact formula on how to live the life that we truly want. Here, I want to share with you guys on a short story which I took from quite talented journalist Hara Matthews. This story is about a guy who really wants to live his dream life, which require him to change his mindset by applying the law of attraction. Philip, a call center worker from the Philippines. He dreamed of moving overseas so he could secure a better life and provide for his family. But at every turn, his own mind shut down every opportunity he thought of. For instance, Philip considered seeing an immigration consultant, but he either didn't have the time or he couldn't afford it. So he resented his situation and cursed himself and the world for his bad luck. He then realized that the real culprit here was his mindset, not his circumstances. And it seems like the more he ruminated, the more bad things happened. Thus, he kept feeding the cycle of being stuck in a rut and feeling bad, trapping him even more. That was until his Aunt Sarah introduced him to the law of attraction. Turning the tide, before she moved to California, Sarah had been close with Philip and treated him like a son. She had her own share of struggles finding greener pastures abroad, but she applied the principle from the law of attraction to overcome them. So, she sent a few books on the topic to Phillips through Amazon so he could gain the clarity to turn his life around. At first, Philip didn't really think much about it, but he decided to read through the book since his aunt went through the trouble of sending it over. After he started applying the lesson he learned from the materials, things started to change for him. It came as a complete shock to Philip. He never thought in a million years that making a simple shift in his thinking could have such a direct and powerful impact in his life. And soon enough, the fog of negativity and despair around Philip lifted and he found a way to make his dreams happen. Through his persistence, he was eventually able to borrow the money he needed for the consultation fees and learn the step-by-step process to get work overseas. Philip was finally able to find a fulfilling and rewarding career in Australia. Not only does he get to support his family back home, but he also made friends and enjoyed his new life abroad. Just a few months ago, Philip's parents started their own business thanks to his help. At the rate they are going, his family could save enough so they can pass on their business to another relative and follow Phillips to Australia. They would wait for Philip to take the offer so they can move there instead. Whatever option Philip chooses, the possibilities for him are almost limitless. But he's just one of thousands who made the law of attraction to work for him. Like Philip, a lot of people are initially discouraged to try because they think it takes a lot of work. You know, manifesting works for other people, but you feel as though you are missing something to make it work for you. The number one reason most people get stuck while manifesting is they don't know every vital step to manifest and co create with the universe. So, by following these 6 tips on how to manifest the life that you want and dream of, you will naturally attract everything that you ever wanted and more. Tips 1. Always be grateful and practice gratitude. Gratitude helps to get rid of the feeling of scarcity that keeps you from achieving abundance. It will help you turn your feelings of lack and anxiety into more positive ones. Even though sometimes life may not go as you wish, being grateful puts you in the right state of mind to take positive action towards your goal. If you are feeling excited, enthusiastic, passionate, happy, joyous, appreciative, or abundant, then you are sending out positive energies. And then, on the other hand, if you are feeling bored, anxious, stressed out, angry, resentful, or sad, you are sending out those negative energies to the universe. In order for you to get what you want out of your life, Your energy frequencies need to be in tune with your desires. If passion, love, and happiness are what you want to attract, then the vibrational frequencies of passion, love, and happiness are what you want to constantly be creating. Everyone has a different kind of energy they bring into the world, and it affects them in ways they don't often see or appreciate. The secret lies in the frequency of a person's energy, and you need to raise yours in order to change your life. Think of your unique energy as a sort of gas that fills the space of your reality. Whatever gas or energy you pump out into your immediate space will define your existence. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, said this in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. To draw an analogy, a man's suffering is similar to the behavior of a gas. If a certain quantity of gas is pumped out into an empty chamber, it will fill the chamber completely and evenly no matter how big the chamber. Thus, suffering completely fills the human soul and conscious mind, no matter whether the suffering is great or little. Therefore, the size of human suffering is absolutely relative. So, if you want to invite great things into your life, you need to set the stage first. And you can do that by leading with the right energy. The law of attraction draws from this belief, and it says that we should be grateful whenever the universe sends something good our way. This is another way of fine tuning your frequency. When you actively pay attention to the positive things that happen around you, it acts like a magnet that attracts similar things. Tips 2. Give some time to focus on what you desire. Let me start off by saying this. What you desire is already there. It's already who you are. It's pent up inside of you, trying to break free. You just need to identify those things. If you don't know what you want in perfect clarity, you won't be able to take steps to make it happen. To manifest something, you need to identify what you truly want first. Once you are able to identify what you want, then you are able to address the internal blocks that are holding you back from going for it. So, what can you do to make yourself stay focused on your goals? Give yourself at least 5 to 7 minutes daily to visualize the things you want to turn into reality. You can do this by finding a quiet place to contemplate, then sit upright with your eyes closed. While keeping your desires front and center in your thoughts, breathe deeply in and out. Focus on your breath and the sensation your body is feeling and use that as an anchor to keep your thoughts from straying. A study at the Massachusetts General Hospital showed that people who tried their meditation program experienced significantly less health problems than before. They ended up not having to see a doctor or go to an emergency room, saving them about $2,300 in medical costs for each person. That's a lot of money. On top of that, of course, meditation also helps you keep your eye on the prize and give you the determination to make it happen. Tips 3. Visualize your future. Visualization is a simple technique that you can use to create a strong mental image of a future event. With good use of visualization, you can practice in advance for the event so that you can prepare properly for it. And by visualizing success, you can build the self-confidence you need to perform well. But most adults are bad at visualizing what they really want. They have poor imaginations. They have lack vision and not having clear set of goals. They don't even have a sense of purpose to begin with. We need to learn from kids. Kids have powerful imaginations. When they role play with other children, you can see in their eyes how real the games are to them. This is something that lost on grown up, and it is important to recapture that ability to envision the kind of reality you want. Just think about how children play make-believe. When they yell the floor is lava, you can bet they will be scrambling for the nearest couch or chair to avoid getting burned. On a certain level, they truly believe that the floor is literally molten rock. They can see the hot, glowing lava burning everything in its path, and they do everything to stay out of its way. That's the power of the mind and imagination in action. The universe likes to play games with us. The better we are at visualizing, the more we will be rewarded. A certain type of energy attracts a certain kind of reality. So, if you focus your energy and thoughts on that dream job you want or the car that you always wanted to drive, you will raise your frequency to attract those exact things. Tips 4. Self-affirm yourself every day. You might have heard of people making declarations about themselves to manifest them as truth and not just as an opinion. When you affirm some truth about yourself, it validates the awesomeness within you. Words of kindness heal the soul and help forgive past failures. In short, it's all about loving yourself. Don't waste your time living the life of others. Be your own self, regardless of what others think. Make sure to ask yourself certain important questions before believing something completely. Make sure that you are satisfied each day before going to bed. The things that makes you something from nothing is work. Squeeze the best out of each day instead of feeding into the lies that people tell you. Let this be the day to start living your truth. Create statements that embody the truth you choose to be and to live in. So, how to apply these self affirmations? To make your affirmation stick in your subconscious, it needs to have a little extra something. Don't stop at I love me. Take it up another notch to really drive the point home. For example, you can add up some spice like I love myself so much that I want to use my gifts and share them with the world. I want to take this love inside me and use it to lift other people up. By sharing the love I have, I possess the power to change myself for the better and the world around me. Tips 5. Remove your biggest barrier to success. People don't realize that their greatest roadblock is none other than their own mindset. They may say they want something to happen, but they don't really mean it. For instance, someone might want to lose weight, but they don't want it bad enough. Worse, they might not actually believe they can shed those pounds. A part of them refuses to acknowledge the faintest possibility of it happening. This is pretty much why people never attract the things they want in life. In order to remove this barrier, you need to change something inside you. You need to dig deep and understand why you don't want it as much as you say you do. Are you scared of suffering through the process of getting what you want? This is what turns most people off. They simply can't process the discomfort involved with growing up. At the same time, you need to deal with the reasons why you think that your desired reality is impossible. It could be some deep seated beliefs brought about by past events or experiences growing up. Once you sort this out, you'll be free to do what you want without any pre programmed beliefs holding you back. The barrier here can be also referred to the people around you. Stop hanging out with losers. There are people in your life that will try to drag you down, whether they are aware of it or not. You should avoid them at all costs. People in a bad situation will try to feel better about themselves by spreading their toxic way of thinking to others. The law of attraction states that when we focus on something, the universe will feed you more of the same thing. So, the good news here is that you can choose to avoid this downward spiral and get on another path instead. This is why you need to be careful about the company you keep. Choose the people that can share their constructive energy with you. Tip 6. Never ever stop growing. Most people are so set in their ways that they are afraid of the thought of doing something new. Many people refuse to learn new things that beyond their thoughts. They're scared of changes because they are already embedded with the same old ways of thinking. I know that breaking out of your comfort zone is never ever an easy thing, but it's a step worth taking. No matter how loaded your schedule is, find some chunks of time to do things that will help you grow. Whether it is taking an online course, joining a community, or taking up a hobby, this is a powerful way to attract new and exciting things into your life. Well, I've shared all the 6 simple tips that you can apply to manifest the life that you really desire and dream of. Actually, there's ample of ways that you can apply to manifest the life that you want, but these tips are so much adaptable for us to follow. Remember, in order to get what you want, you need to be patient. You don't have to worry if you are not where you want to be yet, because great things take time. Slow progress is still a progress, but never ever give up. I guess that's all from me. Until next time, and thank you so much for listening.